Growing up blue collar in Pittsburgh, the daughter of a union worker and a nurse, I never thought I would be negotiating with tech gurus, that's for sure. I didn't sit around a dinner table talking about business or the public markets or how stocks were performing or retirement plans. You know, starting on day one in a world that's evolved around business and technology, it wasn't second nature. These were not vocab terms that I grew up hearing. And so there was definitely a ramp up period. And I think jumping in the deep end and recognizing that I needed to outwork people just to catch up to where they started from a baseline perspective became a bit of a superpower for me. And I wasn't afraid of making a fool of myself. I wasn't afraid of asking questions. I wasn't afraid of learning the hard way through mistakes. And I think I was given that rope to do so working for Paul. I worked for Paul for almost a decade. And I think a lot of what his leadership style was for me is what I try to instill being a young leader. I think what he did a really great job of is like giving a lot of rope, letting people make their own mistakes, learn from their own experiences, while still providing a bit of like training wheels, if you will, to be there as someone that will help you and support you if you fall. And you know, being a young leader, it's not lost on me that oftentimes when my team looks at me, they're seeing themselves 2 years later. They're seeing themselves in a leader that isn't 15, 20 years older than them. So I think the most important thing about leadership is, you know, putting yourself in other people's shoes and recognizing that people are people and every single day can be different for an individual. I think the ability to have empathy and to understand that motivation looks and feels very different on very different days to very different people, and being the person that can motivate when motivation needs to happen, can support when support needs to happen. I always have led from a place of, here's how I would do it, doesn't mean it's the right way. You've got to put your own personal spin on it. I'm here to keep talking through this challenge or this problem, but I've never assumed I have all the answers because I came from a place where I had none of those answers and I had to find them myself. I never really understood how much I would love leadership until I made my first hire. And when I get interviewed by new hires, a lot of times they'll say, was it like the best feeling ever to make partner, or the best feeling ever to close that really important search? For me, I didn't know it until it happened. The best feeling for me was watching my first hire close his first search and watching my first hire feel really good about a call. So that was the moment, that was the aha moment, that was the inflection point for me. The stuff I love, I thought it was clients, I thought it was business development and being in important searches and important processes. It was actually watching my people that I trained, that I invested in, get to do those things and have those opportunities. So it's been like this relearning of a lot of those initial traits. So I realized that I actually enjoyed watching my people see the success that was so gratifying to me early on.